Hi, I'm Paul Whitburn, Portfolio Manager at ReCM. Today I'd like to speak to you about the South African platinum industry and more specifically why our clients are invested in the sector. To really get started on this, we need to rewind a little bit and understand the barriers to entry in the industry. Of course, there's been a lot of negative news on specific companies and what's happened in South Africa, but one must realize that the resources globally are basically controlled by the big three platinum companies. So that's 90% of global reserves occupied by Anglo Platinum, Impala Platinum and Lonmin. This gives them a tremendous access to resource, which allows them to generate fantastic returns, which has been the case historically over the last 30 years. So in our case, we believe that these platinum mining companies, specifically Anglo Plats and Impala, are high quality businesses that generate a good return over their cost of capital. The problem at the moment really relates to demand and supply. So there's a lot of negativity about global growth and platinum being an industrial metal, and the next big use is actually Chinese jewelry. A lot of people have got negative perceptions about global growth and hence the platinum industry. Really what we believe is that over the long term demand will return, maybe not back to its former glory days, but certainly there will be global growth again. Remember, platinum is used in autocats, which is for environmentally friendly autocats on the back of motor cars, and we don't think the environmental regime globally is going to go backwards. If anything, it's going to move forwards as emerging markets become more environmentally friendly. On the supply side, as you know, it's been doomsday here in South Africa. We've lost a lot of volume, and that is really because the returns for the sector have been very poor. They've spent a lot of capex during the boom times, and now with the low platinum prices, a lot of these guys with more marginal mines have been unable to make ends meet. And hence we're seeing a lot of capex being curtailed, some mines being closed, and various other things happening in the sector. But we believe that this is very important in order to get back to those good returns for the good businesses in the sector. So finally, I'd like to point to the valuations. Right now, the platinum sector is at an all-time low if we look at a price-to-book valuation, and it is at lows that we've last seen in the late 90s and before then in the 80s. So really, if you take a long cold look at it, you want to own platinum at this point. It's never been this cheap for some time. Yes, there's a lot of bad news in the newspapers, but you need to look through that and understand the evidence and the history of the sector and believe that things will normalize once again. Thank you very much.